AVI test. Up, right, 1020, autothrottle. Number 1. Release.
Hit the markers.
Flight check. Test okay.
Flight engineer.
Flight check.
Flight check.
Take myself with me.
Sabena 541, airborne 01, takeoff.
Good morning, the Oscar November, Alpha November. Good morning.
Every day, thousands of passengers put their trust in one of the most reliable yet friendliest companies in the world. Sabena, the company for people who place quality above all else. Every gesture, every smile contributes toward creating the comfortable and relaxing environment and sense of well-being which have long been associated with Sabena. As it celebrates its 65th anniversary, Sabena has been honored by a visit from His Majesty the King of Belgium. The King showed a lively interest in the various activities of the companies which make up the Sabena Group. The visit proved a milestone in a long history which began at the end of the First World War. Just imagine, as early as 1919, regular service is already linked Brussels to Paris, London and Amsterdam. In 1919, 1920 saw the first flights to Africa, even before the birth of Sabena on 23rd of May 1923. It was the era when man was conquering the skies. On the 25th of February 1925, the three-engine Handley-Page aircraft Princess Marie-José left Haren, Brussels on a 51-day journey to the Congo, a world's first. Aircraft developed at an astounding rate over the years, new models appearing in rapid succession. After the Second World War came the very first jets, the Caravel and the Boeing 707. On 21st of January 1960, Sabena became the first European company to cross the Atlantic from east to west in a Boeing 707. A first to the United States, to be followed by another first 18 years later. In June 1978, Sabena became the first European airline authorized to land in Atlanta, the gateway to the American South and the leading airport in the world after Chicago. Today, Sabena's North American Atlantic network is firmly established from Montreal and Toronto to New York, and in Boston, Detroit, Chicago and Atlanta. Atlanta, where the Belgian sculptor Olivier Strebel has just erected 4 enormous bronze lions. The American network represents 37.7% of the company's traffic. It's Sabena's largest, together with the African network. The African continent holds few secrets for Sabena. It has a special connection with Zaire, of course, but also numerous other stopovers from western through to southern Africa, making Sabena the #1 transporter in this part of the world, with 27 ports of call. The African network represents 28.9% of the company's traffic. The Far East accounts for 18.5% of the traffic via anchorage on the North Pole or along the southern route, providing a connection with the rapidly developing Pacific Basin, from Tokyo to Singapore and Bangkok. At Brussels National Airport, the traffic toward the Far East is on the increase. And finally, the Middle East and Europe, Sabena's densest network. Dozens of stopovers every day. A network which is constantly expanding to include new stopovers, such as Oporto in Portugal, or the new airport right in the heart of London, served by the Eurocity Express. The Middle East and European networks account for 2.6 and 12.3% of the traffic, respectively. A worldwide network with a total of over 70 stopovers, where every day more than 1,500 Sabena personnel contribute toward maintaining the reputation of the service and of Belgian Savoir Faire. Over the past few years, the face of Sabena has changed dramatically. To cope with the sweeping changes in air transport, Sabena decided to renew its fleet. This began in 1985 with the acquisition of 3 Airbus A310-200 aircraft. The company then took delivery of the first Boeing 747-300 and the first 4 Boeing 737-300. Options have been taken on other aircraft which are to be delivered in the years to come. Finally, in 1992, Sabena will launch a new aircraft, the Airbus A340-300, a mixed long-distance aircraft whose operating costs will be considerably lower than those of today's jumbo jets. An expanded, renewed fleet adapted to suit all types of freight transport, including the most fragile or rapid. The Sabena cargo teams are flexible and ultra-fast. Some of the aircraft can be modified to take passengers or cargo in just a few minutes. The quick change. In short, a new fleet representing an investment of several tens of billions of francs. Why?
European airlines are going to cross some heavy turbulences in the coming years. This is due to deregulation. And in Europe, it will happen much faster than it did in the United States. You could not wait passively for medium-sized airlines to be wiped out of the market altogether and their share taken up by bigger companies. Sabena knows that it is vital to merge its forces with those of another airline, comparable in size. Therefore, we have carefully studied various options, various possibilities of cooperation with foreign airlines. It has led to conversations, to negotiations too, but no definite agreement has been reached yet. The integration of Sabena World Airlines with a carefully chosen partner can lead to a lot of advantages due to the economy of scale and an intensified use of the joint fleets, using several hubs. But I repeat once more, Sabena seeks a balanced agreement and will never accept to be absorbed, purely absorbed, by a foreign airline. We have a long-term view and have been preparing this evolution with the deep restructuring of Sabena. We developed a structure of subsidiaries that can efficiently tackle the inevitable diversification.
Today, the Sabena constellation numbers some 20 subsidiaries and associated companies. subsidiaries accountable to the parent company and to their customers. All have a common strategy but independent activities. It's thanks to the concerted efforts of all these subsidiaries that in 1987 Sabena showed a profit for the 5th consecutive year. Chabert, the charter specialist, is the oldest of the Sabena subsidiaries, having been set up in 1946. It's just acquired a brand new Boeing 737-300, a new aircraft and a valuable addition to its fleet. Since 1982, numerous other subsidiaries have started up. Sabena Catering Services, with a capacity of 20,000 meals per day. This is Europe's largest and most modern integrated unit, providing top-quality meals. This thanks to its new fully computerized operational center. A new point of departure for the further expansion of Sabena Catering, which already serves 42 airlines at Brussels National Airport. And that's not all. There's also Delta Air Transport, DAT, the inter-regional transport company which is to play an increasingly important role in the Europe of tomorrow. DAT is equipped with Fokker and Embraer 120 Brasilia aircraft. Belgian Fueling and Services Company, another subsidiary which ensures aircraft refueling. Sabena Inter-Service Center, the company's international coordination center which provides general, financial and risk cover services. The Compagnie des Grands Hôtels Africains and the Compagnie Internationale de Gestion, specialists in tourism and hotelier, especially in Africa, just like the Compagnie de Développement Hôtelier de Gestion, specialists in wide open spaces. Transair, which organizes air travel and trips abroad, one of the leading tour operators in Belgium. The Air Plus company, set up with 11 other airlines to launch the new Air Plus credit card. Sabena Technics, maintenance and servicing of Sabena aircraft and engines, plus dozens of other foreign airlines which put their trust in the company. And then there are also Sabena Party Services, Sabena Building, Sabena Sky Shop and Sabena Leasing. A constellation of subsidiaries and associated companies, each of which flies the Sabena flag in its particular sector. In addition to the Sabena subsidiaries, there are also Aviafin, which leases new aircraft to Sabena. And Brussels Airport International, the company responsible for promoting Brussels Airport, the gateway to Europe. Brussels National is destined to become one of the most modern airports in Europe.
The last of the daughter companies which are going to be installed now is Sabena World Airlines, which is meant to become the nucleus of a new European airline. Sabena focuses the attention of many potential partners, which share the same concern for sound future as we do. We examined all specific pros and cons, and are able to make the best choice now. Sabena has the firm intention to be a loyal and influent member of the European airline it wishes to create with its partners. Therefore, Sabena intends to develop its natural home base as a main European hub, aware of the enormous potentiality which is piling up in the Brussels heart of Europe. Hence, Sabena claims all due celerity and whatever ways and means in order to dispose in due time of the necessary infrastructure. Sabena is 65 years old, but her career is only beginning.
A commitment for everyone. The instructors who train the Sabena pilots, but also pilots from all over the world. The mechanics, technicians, luggage handlers, all of the administrative staff, and finally the flight personnel. From takeoff to landing, Sabena's Savoir Faire is a way of life, a second nature, a commitment to quality made by everyone in every Sabena subsidiary. Sabena Comfort. Sabena Confidence. Sabena Savoir Faire.